Well, you ready?
Let's do it.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 3, episode 18 of the Reed Talking Listen podcast. I'm your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Man, pretty good, man. What are you doing tonight?
Hey, rushed back to the cribbo to get it off. I know we were scheduled for 8:30. Got caught up at work. But we're here at 9, man, and I'm ready to get it.
Oh, yeah, 9. Hey, folks, tomorrow is Good Friday, so a lot of folks got the day off so they can stay up late tonight with us and tune into the show.
That's right. And speaking of tune in, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. If you're already here and you haven't yet, hit that like, share, and subscribe button for me one time, please. Emphasis on that share button. We want y'all to share this with everybody, as many people as you can, so I can see it, and we can keep bringing y'all this fire content, man.
Every Thursday night. Hey, man, and one thing that a lot of folks didn't realize is, you know what Sunday was, don't you?
I do, man. I do. I've been listening to old snippets. I've been listening to old snippets all throughout the week, bro. That's another reason why this podcast is so exciting for me.
I know, man. So for all y'all who don't know, Sunday was the 1 year anniversary of the RTL. We have officially been doing this thing for a year. Hadn't got canceled. None of that. I mean, we got in a little bit of trouble. Facebook hit us on the hand. Said y'all
that's a
little slap, you know what I'm saying? Took us stuff down, but after a few rebuttals or disputes, we got it all situated.
Yeah, we got it all handled. We've only come up to little speed bumps here. Like, we haven't really come up to like a super problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we only have like little like here's and there's, like, don't do this, have somebody steal from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. I wasn't gonna let that slide.
Right.
Somebody steal from us. But
$12.48. I hope whoever he is, I hope that $12.48, did him well, man.
Oh yeah, we know who you are too. We just not gonna say it.
Right.
We saw the name. Yeah. We saw the name, but whatever. Hey man, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Brandon commenting on where we just was. I was there working. He was there watching, as always. Kind of like in the office as well. I'm in the office working. Brandon just watching. That's kind of how it was. He was there and he commented on the game. Hey, shout out my boy Jacob Gerber, man. Hey,
Gerber, baby.
I miss seeing you over there at the old Chick-fil-A on Richmond Road, man. But nonetheless, man, this is the season finale of season 3.
Man, that's crazy to even say that.
I know it's crazy it's crazy to think that not only has it been a year in this, we've been grinding so much that we put 3 full seasons. We're a little bit over a year now, so we're like a year and a few days right now.
Right.
But we put 3 seasons, not short seasons. It's like a 5-episode season. You know what I'm saying? We gave you like a 12-episode season. Then we gave you a 22-episode season. And here we are on season 3, man. 18 episodes deep.
Deep, man. Deep. And season 4 gonna be even more exciting. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, new graphics. We're gonna have Measley in the background, you know what I'm saying, on the ones and twos. So stay tuned for season 4, man. It's only gonna get more exciting from here.
Big facts. And again, man, please share this video. If you're watching, don't treat us like your side chick, man. Share us, put us out there in front of the world. Let everybody know who you tuned into, man.
For sure. You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
I was 2 seconds from getting on your head. I was about to be like, man, Trey be missing the cues, man.
I was on it, man. I was on it.
I was like 2 seconds from saying something, man. I was 2 seconds from saying something. But man, what you been doing, bro? What's new with you? What's new with the Dreaded Archer? I see you got the Dreaded Archer poster back there behind you now. The picture, Smallwood. Shout out to Smallwoods one time.
Oh yeah.
And you see, I got it back here on my wall too. If it's your first time tuning in, man, because that's how deep I support it. Hey, every time I see them post, it be like, oh, I just want all my friends to win. But it's really from somebody who you know for a fact be talking shit.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. But no, real talk, I do want to just see all my people win. So I support
yeah.
Archer.
No, man, Dreaded Archer, man. I'm you know what I'm saying, going turkey hunting tomorrow morning. So it's actually a mix of turkey hunting and scouting. So scouting for places for deer hunting. So while I'm turkey hunting, if I don't see anything, I'm gonna have some game cameras with me. I'm gonna go out, put them on some public land. Hopefully, I'll get some good pics from now until I'll probably leave it out there till probably June, July. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
hopefully, I'll see something and kind of start putting together a game plan. I've been talking with Rex, and he's gonna come up here and do some mule deer hunting and hopefully some antelope hunting if he get a tag. And talking to a lot of guys that I've done podcasts with and planning hunts, and hopefully there'll be a little Dreaded Archer tour this fall.
Most definitely. I will be along for the ride, at least for a little bit of it, man. Sorry, I'm gonna be popping in and out of the Dreaded Archer film here and there. Obviously, you see the shirt I got on.
For sure.
My boy Fozzie, hey, he missed the cues because he's over there double cupped.
Hey,
yeah, man,
don't worry about what's in my cup. It's a success potion.
Yeah, hey, I hope so. But I'm gonna be popping in and out, man. You see the shirt I got on right now. Last year, TAC Tech. It's on the way. It's almost here. And I'll be popping in there so you guys will see me, hear my voice as well on the Dreaded Archer film. Maybe the Dreaded Archer podcast.
Oh yeah,
coming up here soon.
We definitely gotta get a show in. Hey, what's crazy is so Rex is not gonna be with us this year, right? He's going over. I think he's going to Italy.
Yeah.
So he won't be coming to Tech with us. So he was like, "Hey man, are there any other events around the area that we can go to?" So I was like, "Man, I know Tech. I know they'll be over in Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado." So pulled it up, bro. All of them sold out.
Sold out.
Not nothing. Not a ticket. Nowhere. I was like, man, we might have to figure something else out.
For real, man. With me, man, nothing really new, bro. Just grinding, man. We just knocking out the last little finishing touches on this new stuff we're gonna drop at work, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. I never thought I would be writing stories for magazines or anything like that. But the sports media is taking me, it's taking me on a little trip, right? So I'm here. Got some really exciting stuff dropping over there. That's gonna be crazy over there on game day. And then also with this, man, season 4 is right around the corner. With this being the season finale, man. So we got some good stuff coming to y'all. But right now, we hate to do this. We had to do it a few times on this podcast. In this short year. That even brings this up, makes it even more painful. We're gonna give a moment of silence right here for Dwayne Haskins. So Dwayne Haskins, great person, I'm sure. No, I don't know him personally.
Right.
But just from reading how many people reached out after the news was broken, things that were said about this man, I can say I can give my estimated assumption. He was a good man. All right, good person. Hell of a football player.
Oh, hell of a football player.
And that is second.
That's second, yeah.
You know what I mean? Good person from what I've gathered. Secondly, hell of a football player.
I know, man. I was helping mom move, and you know what I'm saying. First, I got the text message started coming in, and I'm like, kind of looked at them, but really wasn't paying attention to them. And then they came through with ESPN. I was like, oh snap! Then Granny called. You know what I'm saying? Then Cheapo called. I'm like, oh snap! Like this is real. And then you get to thinking about it. And it's like, and I know for me, like whenever I hear about somebody passing, I don't know why I do this, but I always think like what was their last moments like you know what I'm saying, before they make that transition. And it's sad because it was something that it wasn't like he was sick or anything. It was just a freak accident, You know what I'm saying? And we still don't know the full stories of what actually happened, and and that'll come out probably here later on down the road. But it's a sad thing to hear. He had a bright future ahead of him, and I'm sure his family and friends are all gonna miss him.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And then the other side of our job, right? Reporting on it.
Right.
That comes into it. So we don't necessarily know these players, but we talk about them, we watch them. You build a relationship with these guys.
Yeah, you get a little invested.
Exactly. So that we think. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know where our hearts are.
Right.
In this field of work. But that doesn't go for everybody. And I don't think everyone understood that fully until this incident right here. I think this kind of was an awakening of some sorts for people around the country and for athletes who thought that maybe they were above social norms, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter, highly touted sports reporter, one of the highest. If Adam says it's true,
he's normally the first to break any story, any big story, anyways.
If Adam says it's true, you know what I mean? There's a big trade happening. A guy's injured. No one knows that he got hurt at practice, but Adam knows, right?
He always
Adam's
got an inside man.
Exactly. And he knows the power he holds in that as well, I believe. You know what I mean? He knows that I'm about to break this news, and no matter what I tweet, no matter what I post, millions will see it and millions will read it and like it and love it, right?
Right.
Adam Schefter breaks this news as well. It doesn't just stop at the sports. Adam Schefter is also the one who broke the news, the tragic news of the death of Dwayne Haskins. And I'm gonna let you report on that a little bit right here.
All right. So basically, when he went over, when he reported the news, instead of just saying, I'm sad to report that Dwayne Haskins has passed away. He lists, like almost like his downfalls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know what he said word for word, but I'm going to paraphrase it. It was something to the lines of, something about I can't even remember, what was it? Dwayne Haskins who struggled
to fit in.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins who struggled to find a home in Washington and
struggling currently
struggling to get a job with Pittsburgh has passed away. And it's like, why did you preference all that stuff at the beginning? Why not just say, sad to report Dwayne Haskins has passed away and leave it at that? Why'd you have to throw all that other stuff in there? And to me, it was real tasteless, and it was kind of, in my opinion, a way him getting like a last shot at him. And I don't know if they had any beef or anything, but
that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the reason for it?
Exactly. Like, I don't know their relationship. I don't know Schefter and Haskins' relationship outside of what they post on social media. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I don't know if they had some ongoing beef, but that's a big fact. Like, that's a big factor in this thing. What you just said, like, it was like a last dig, because why else would you do that?
Yeah.
Why else would you come at him struggling to find a home in Washington? Him currently struggling to fit in Pittsburgh. Why is that even a thought?
Yeah, like, what does it got to do with the narrative?
Exactly. And so that's why I say I think this was an awakening for certain athletes and for certain people around the country. A lot of these sports reporters and analysts and people that are on TV, these anchors and what are they? Personalities, I guess. These guys, you are just work to them.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You're like an account. If I worked at a bank, I don't care if you go broke or I don't. You know what I'm saying? You're just another account.
Yep. And anytime that you do something, I'm gonna make a deposit. You know what I'm saying? At that account, I'm gonna get that story.
Exactly. And these guys, I think you kind of fall in love with the media guys because they talk about you, in a good light. They talk about you in a good light for a long time, so you kind of be, oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. But then every now and then, a Jason Whitlock or Adam Schefter in this instance comes around and reminds these guys, no, don't get it twisted. There's no relationship here.
Nah, it's all business.
There's no relationship here. Even if you die, if I had this in the works, I already had an article about you not fitting in both these places. Even if you die,
I'm putting it out.
I'm gonna put it out. I have to.
Yep.
I already have that account pulled up, baby. I'm already working on this account.
And I gotta get that one last deposit out of you.
And that's where the buck stops with these guys. So for all you athletes out here
Not
coming
deposit,
up,
withdrawal, not
withdrawal,
deposit,
yeah.
withdrawal.
So for all these athletes coming up in the game right now, man, the NIL stuff's big. You're gonna have a name early coming out of high school. These reporters are gonna start talking about you immediately. It's coming. It's a game. Play it.
Yeah, you got you have to play the game, and you can't take it personal as much as you want to because they're talking about you. I think it's more so harder for the parents, you know what I'm saying? Because there's somebody talking about your child, and you never want to hear anybody talking about your child in a negative light. But as a player, you can't take it personal. Just realize, you know what, this is a business. This is what I signed up for, and take the good with the bad, and you know what I'm saying. But for him to take a dig at a guy that just passed away, that's tasteless. It don't get too much more worse than that.
Exactly. And before we get off of this subject too, because I don't want to leave his legacy on this podcast with that bad taste. Talk a little bit about his contributions to the college football game, man.
I mean, just watching him play, man, stepping up after JT Barrett went down. I forgot what season it was, but I mean, he stepped up and rallied back when they were down against Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And took the Buckeyes, you know, to a win over one of the biggest rivals, and just, you know, being a Heisman Trophy candidate, you know, a top draft pick. I mean, the dude was a die-hard Ohio State. I mean, there's even been videos surfacing of when he was like 7 years old on the cameras of Ohio State and telling his dad, "Yo, this is cool. I'm playing football here. I'm going to college here." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And for him to, you know, bust his ass all through high school and then, you know, finally get that offer from Ohio State to go there and become an Ohio State legend. You know what I mean? That's what we all dream of. Everybody that plays sports, we dream of going to a program and making an impact, and that's what he did.
Exactly. Dwayne Haskins is the guy. Like, this is the story. Like, these are one of these stories that, unfortunately, it doesn't get told unless something happens to you. You know what I mean? A young kid, Ohio State uniformed out at the game. Dad, I'm going to school here. It happens. He's good enough to get that scholarship there. It don't pan out for him at first, though. Because Ohio State, QBU. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. Let's think about it. This is the team that went through 3 quarterbacks in one season and still
won the
national championship. So he goes there. He's sitting there. He's waiting his time. He's the perfect example of the next man up. We say it all the time on this podcast. If you played a college sport, you've heard it a million times. The next man up steps up, gets the job done, goes above and beyond the call of duty. No one's expecting the backup to come in and win it.
No, not at all.
No one's expecting the backup to come in and win it. You know what I mean? Like, that happens. And the comment came across right there. He beat Joe Burrow out. One of the guys that we think is one of the best college quarterbacks that we ever saw. At least put on the best performance in the season that we've ever saw.
Right. And he beat
him out. He really, if we want to think about it, he made Joe Burrow.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow doesn't go to LSU if
Joe Burrow doesn't go to LSU, he doesn't play with one of the best receiving corps ever assembled in college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shout out Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? Much love. Much love.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so Brandon said we're getting him confused with Cordell Patterson. Didn't JT Barrett go down, then Haskins come in?
And then Haskins went down.
No. That was you thinking about when Miller went down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
But I'm talking about that next season, or I think the 2 years later. I can't remember. But I know he came in as a backup. I can't remember who was the starter at Ohio State, but I do know it was during the Michigan game. The starter went down, and Dwayne came in and won it for Ohio State.
Yeah, 2018. Finished third in the Heisman Trophy voting. 50 touchdown passes. Big Ten offensive player of the year. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, man. That's all I can say.
That's it.
Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins.
You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
Moving on to lighter news. Well, I don't know if it's lighter news, but a lot of people got a laugh out of it, right?
Right.
Patrick Beverley and the Minnesota Timberwolves go and play it in the play-in to get into the playoffs, right? They win it. And when they win it, I don't find any wrongdoing in it or any, bashing in it.
Right.
But they celebrated, and they celebrated heavily. You know what I mean? All
Yeah,
the way
but-
to the
but-
fact that Patrick Beverley broke down and cried.
Hey man, he was crying. He was throwing his jersey. He was running up in the stands with the fans and partying. I mean, I even seen clips where they took when LeBron and them won it in Cleveland.
yeah.
And the reporter goes, this the first first NBA championship for this franchise. You know what I'm saying? And they got Patrick Beverley standing up and waving his shirt. And I mean, if you didn't know and you listen to that playback and watch the video, bro, it's like they just won the championship. The way he was celebrating.
It does. I'm actually watching it right now. It looks like they won the NBA Finals, but this is my thing right here. This is no different from any other Patrick Beverley
Moment.
He's we talk about it all the time. What he's getting bashed for right now in the media is what everyone loves about Patrick Beverley. He's emotional.
Yep, he wears.
You know what I'm saying?
He wears feelings on his sleeve.
Exactly. He wears his feelings on his sleeve. He's out there scrapping every single night. You know, we love that about Patrick Beverley. Well, he just scraped his way into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's it. And one thing that people fail to realize is for him, he might still be all that he's in the position that he in.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
You know, people might think, oh, he been playing for forever. But one, you don't know his background, where he come from. He's getting to play a game that he loved and make money that's going to take care of his family for generations and generations to come. You know what I'm saying? So to be in that moment is probably one of the biggest moments of his career. Because the Timberwolves weren't supposed to make the playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
And he's just excited. And he probably excited because he probably know a big payday coming. You know, he probably know.
And also, Brandon has a point right here as well. Brandon has a point right here. It was about him getting back at the Clippers, and the Timberwolves haven't been in the playoffs in like 18 years.
Yep,
yeah, that's true. But that's what I'm saying. That just speaks to his emotion. When Patrick Beverley is removed from the Clippers, he's traded or released. He's holding that against the Clippers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's holding that against the Clippers. I want to do better than y'all from here on out. Patrick Beverley wants to do better than the Houston Rockets from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Beverley is like you said, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's carrying that chip on his shoulder. He's little.
Yeah.
Chip on his shoulder. Can't really dribble that well. Chip on his shoulder. Not the most athletic guy in the league. Chip on his shoulder. Probably been told a bunch of times in his career, hey, this is the end of the line for you. Probably his senior year in high school. Coach probably told him, hey, this is the end of the line for you. College, hey, you're going to be good 4-year player,
Focus on that degree. Get that
exactly.
degree.
And now look at him. You say, oh, well, he been in the league this long. Why he care about? He been in the league this long.
That's why I care. Because at first I saw people saying, like, man, he doing too much, man, he doing too much. And I knew that feel just from the experiences that I've had in sports. Like when we beat Liberty Iowa my senior year, I felt like we had won the state championship the way we were celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that you've been trying to do for so long and you finally achieve it. You know what I'm saying? And it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? I get to college and, we beat Army. And I the way we celebrated, you'd have thought we won a national championship, but it's just a rivalry game. But it means that much to you. You know what I'm saying?
Anything.
So, I know where he was coming from.
Exactly. Anything you really put your emotion into, you are going to you're going to show it. I guess you're going to show that when it happens. You're going to show that you're happy about what's happening. And I always me as a personal trainer, I always tell my athletes all the time, hey, when the moment happens, you know what I'm saying? You're going to know because you worked for it.
Yep.
You're going to be able to sit there and say, oh, I'm in the moment. I'm here. This is what we've been grinding for. It's going to be a play in that football game where you're going to get the handoff and the hole going to open up and you're going to hear me yelling at you. You're going to hear your coach in your ear and I'm here, and you're going to go to the hut. And that's going to be your breakout moment. And that's when it's going to all start coming together for you. You know what I'm saying? When you really grind and get to that moment is so much more superior to you than it is to that person who just ended up in the moment.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I see it when I'm hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put in all this work and you go out time and time again, nothing. And the one time you finally get a shot, I mean, and that deer walking in your path, it's in range. You range and you realize, oh snap, it's 20 yards. And you pull that bow back, right when you let it go, and you hear it hit, all the emotions come in. No matter if it's a doe or if it's a big buck, whatever, you go crazy because you're doing something that a small percent of the population hasn't done yet. You put an animal down with your bow, and it's the best feeling ever. And no matter what you do, even if you're a salesman and you walk into a meeting and you get that big contract, it's something you've been practicing on forever, waiting for that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you've been in that situation. I have too. You've been in a meeting or something like that before where you get to talking and in the middle of you talking that it pop up in your head like, oh shit, I'm in here.
It's just coming. And you talking and you don't even realize, like, it's almost you having that outer body experience. Like, man, like I'm selling my ass off. And then you're looking at the people you're talking to and they get their head, get the bobbing and they, telling their partner, yeah. And next thing you know, hey, Mr. Reed, where do we sign? And right then there, you want to be like, yeah, but you can't. You got to hold your cool. And you sign, everybody shake hands. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice, sir. You get in the car and and you get the
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And that is that raw emotion that it just comes out of you. Whenever you grinded for something for a long time and you finally get the payoff, that's you gonna realize it. And then that's all Patrick Beverley was doing. He was showing the payoff. We got to see somebody in that payoff moment who really, 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 I believe, realizes he in it all the time. Because if you've ever played video games before, especially 2K, when you're playing against somebody, in every 2K game I've ever been a part of, there is a run. It's gonna happen on any team on both teams. If you can stop the run, you good. But if he realizes he on that run, you're done. Because everything he throw up is going in. And if he realized that at that moment, probably gonna give him like a 3-minute span. If he realized that, it's over. He gonna bust you for 3 minutes and you're not gonna be able to catch up. Patrick Beverley is a defender who always realizes, oh, I'm in this moment. I've been grinding for this. Because when he gets to steal in a big game, here come another one. Here come another one. Oh, the point guard bounces off his knee and he clapping in their face. He realizing right then, oh, I'm in this moment. Every time I put my hand out, I'm putting it on the ball. When he start hitting shots and when he start going to the cup and them crazy layups be going in, that's after the fact. Patrick Beverley has realized I'm in this moment.
I'm in the zone.
And it's gonna go in. It's gonna happen. How many times have you been in a football game and you might have ran a play and you got like 5 or 6 yards and you got up and you was like, oh,
hey, keep feeding me.
You know what I'm saying?
Because what happens is the tackles don't hurt no more. And you seen that every time somebody go to tackle you feel them. They feeling it's getting less and less. Like you breaking them down.
You do a move you've never done before and it works.
Coach, keep giving me the ball. And next thing you know, you break off a 10, 15, 20, 40. Now you go into the hut. And then y'all get the ball back and you do it all over again.
Exactly.
It's just that moment, man.
Plays that ain't worked all year working.
Yep. Sometimes he's in his own.
And that's real. So when people start to realize that, and not in just sports, it's also in life as well. You know what I'm saying? When you on that plane on the way to that vacation or whatever that you've been working hard for, you got to realize it right there. I'm in that moment. Jay Davis says, I love seeing players allow their emotions to surface. I always think about what all they've overcame to get to that point. And that's huge right there.
Yep.
That's huge because a lot of these guys go through it. A lot of these guys that are in high positions now in life that we think of high positions, MLB, NBA, NFL, WNBA, whatever. We're gonna get to that later. But most of those people started at bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of the stories, if you go back and look at these stories on people who actually make it to the NFL and stuff like that, a lot of these guys, there was no way they were going to the NFL.
Nope. They was like Alfred Morris sleeping in the car with his little sister behind the stadium. You know what I'm saying?
There was no way he was going to the NFL.
It shouldn't have been no way.
You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of they just wearing their emotions. A lot of like we see guys getting in fights on the field. A lot of that stems just from pure emotion.
Yep.
I don't have no hatred for that guy over there. I don't really even know that guy over there. But we were in the moment and we got, you know what I'm saying? That the emotion won. And that's what we like about it as sports fans. We really like the emotion, but we want people to check it at some point.
Yeah. Check it at the door. Like, nah, man, this is what I'm here for.
Like you can show us that much emotion. You can show us this much emotion, but don't show us all of it.
Yeah.
Just give us a little bit of your emotion that you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how I feel about sports fans in general. You know how we get down. We always find a way.
Be flaky, man.
We always find a way. I don't know how it is, why it is, what it is, but we always find a way. Sitting on top of the mountain in Colorado with my people, that was my most recent moment. You heard me say how many times, hey, y'all, we really out here. Exactly. You work hard, work out. You end up filming stuff on top of a mountain. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. It's straight like that. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to grind it out. Patrick Beverley's grinding it out. He in his position, and he do. I hope the Timberwolves do a little something in the playoffs.
All right, man. If he celebrate like this when they just got in the playoffs, if they win something, man, he live. I mean, they might have to give him some medicine.
Exactly. But speaking of that, has Patrick Beverley put a humongous target on the back of the Minnesota Timberwolves? Every team gonna come out right here like I'll be damned if y'all celebrate like that in our court.
Oh, definitely. But that make the game fun though. That make the game fun when you know you got a target on your back.
I think it makes the game fun as well, but I don't think this puts the target on their back. I think these guys, the NBA is a different league, right?
They're a close knit group.
The NBA is a different type of league. Like they know what the Timberwolves have on the floor, right? The Timberwolves don't have slouch players. You know what I mean? They don't really have slouch players. You know, Big Cat, one of the best in the league. You know
I can tell you who they got, and they right down the road from me. I don't know who. I don't even watch them.
But what I'm saying is the guys around the league know who the Timberwolves have. They play with those guys in the offseason, all of them hoop together and all that stuff. They know what they have. So I don't think this made people think, oh, wow, we really got to bring it against the Timberwolves. But I do think there is a little bit of piece of everybody that's like, nah, bro, y'all not doing that over here. Yeah. Because they know he will.
Yeah.
Everybody in the league knows he will.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let him get going in your house and see what happens. He gonna turn it up. And that's just Patrick Beverley. I love Patrick Beverley. And you know me, I really like the bigger guys in most sports because I always, you know, if you're bigger, you're probably dominant. And I like dominant players. But I think Patrick Beverley, he's a niche type of player that has found his niche and he's sticking with it. He in it. I play defense. I'm always gonna have a job in this league because I play defense.
That's it.
And I'm not gonna hurt you on offense. I ain't gonna really do all that much, but I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yep, kind of like a Rodman. Rodman ain't gonna score you much points, but on that defensive side, he gonna give you all he got.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give him Rodman, but yeah, you know, I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying. Something comparable. Something comparable.
I know what you're saying, though. Hey, well, that's funny right there. That boy said Rodman.
Now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
I'm just gonna let y'all know this will be the final time we speak about this.
Yeah, I said it during the pre-show meeting. I said this is it. We ain't never talking about this again. They not get no more pub on the podcast.
No, because I'm fed up with it and I'm over it. I'm done with it. The WNBA is back again on the Read Talk and Listen podcast. And you can tell how excited I am about it in my voice. And they've wet the bed again. I don't know what else to say. They wet the bed again, bro. A 4 o'clock draft?
4 o'clock. Probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Worse. Even worse. Unless they expect people to listen to it on the radio, drive time.
Bro, it was terrible. I know you didn't watch it, but I
couldn't. I was still at work.
So I'm in the store and they got a big TV over one of the coolers or whatever, and we having to look up and I'm like, the WNBA draft is on right now, and the guy was like, yeah, man, it's just coming on. I'm like, all right, and they kind of panned the room, and the room didn't look no more than probably like a hotel ballroom. You know what I'm saying? And he looked at me, go, man, I bet there ain't 25 people in that room. I said, yeah, I give him 30. I give him about 45, 50.
Yeah.
But it was just pitiful, man. Like, that is not a prime time hour. You cannot a prime time slot for the WNBA, especially when you already got people saying you don't support your athletes. You know, saying they're the lowest paid athletes. You know, in professional sports. You know what I'm saying? And you keep saying that, oh, we want to make a difference. We want to change. We want to get these girls or these women more money, blah, blah, blah. But you're not doing anything to attract new people.
Yeah.
You're giving them shitty time slots when it comes to the draft. Hell, most people didn't even know who got drafted.
Exactly. I wouldn't have known who got drafted. First of all, I'm going to go take it back to the beginning. A 4 o'clock draft. What can I do with a 4 o'clock draft, WNBA? Let's be for real. What can I do with a 4 o'clock draft? You are not trying at this point to get more coverage. You are not trying at this point to get more publicity. You are not trying at this point to get more fans.
No.
You're not trying. You're literally doing it because you have to.
That's it.
Where can y'all fit us in on the ESPN schedule on Wednesday?
And I think it was like on ESPN too. It wasn't even on main ESPN.
4 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock
Eastern Standard. No, Western. Yeah, Western.
That's over half the country. It's still at work.
It'd be 5 o'clock.
Or driving home.
Eastern Standard Time.
Driving home.
Pacific time, not Western. Pacific time.
Western, Pacific, Eastern. It was at the wrong time. The country was driving home, at work still, just getting home. Who is watching the WNBA draft? Who did you want to watch it? Kids on spring break?
And they show when they was out not swimming, but they out doing whatever.
Who did you want to watch that? There was no target market involved in y'all's planning for the WNBA draft.
It's a time slot. And they're not consistent because their drafts are not like the same time every year.
Exactly. Not the same time or time period or season. Like, let's get it together. No. I'm not even gonna start it. I almost jumped back on with y'all saying let's get it together. Y'all get it together over there. Y'all don't want to be better. Can we all agree on that? The WNBA just doesn't want to be better. Brandon said he was watching for the first trans to get drafted.
Did it happen?
It did not happen. I did not happen. That didn't happen. It didn't happen in the draft. Although it probably is coming.
Oh, yeah,
but it did not happen in this draft. But in all reality, could save the WNBA.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It would definitely save it.
People might not like it. People actually probably will hate it. But it could save the WNBA if they want to be saved. I don't think they really want to be saved.
No, I say give them 10 more years and they'll be done.
Alexa, play that J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they want to be saved at this point. I mean, 4 o'clock.
No, he was saying he was going to see if it was going to happen.
Oh, to see if it was going to happen. Okay. 4 o'clock is just a horrible time slot. Y'all didn't put any planning into the WNBA draft. It was absolutely tragic. But history was made.
Yeah,
in the WNBA draft.
Yeah, you had the first female from a HBCU get drafted.
Exactly.
Out of Jackson State.
No, she was not at Jackson State. I don't think. I do not think. If I read that right, she was out of. I'm not even gonna say it, but I know it wasn't Jackson State.
I couldn't tell you.
The only reason I don't know is because they pissed me off, and it was Howard. I was gonna say that too, but the only reason I don't know is because that WNBA just pissed me off this week again, man. With the freaking time slot, like something that simple, something that simple could save the WNBA, but y'all didn't even want to go into it and really plan it. Put it in the middle of the day. Hopefully, some people catch it. Luckily, Trey did. Shout out to the dreaded Archer because I should as hell.
I'll be looking, man.
I'm just over. I'm really upset about it. You can't tell. I'm truly upset about it because I want it to be good.
Yeah,
it makes no sense that it's not good.
It makes no sense. And if the WNBA was doing a little bit better, Brittany Griner probably wouldn't be in the position she's in now. She wouldn't have to go over to Russia and play basketball.
Exactly. We wouldn't even be having this entire thing going on with the Brittany Griner situation if y'all would just up y'all's game a little bit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't think the WNBA is listening to us. A lot of stuff that we've called has happened, and nothing that we've called with the WNBA has happened, man. Y'all have actually gotten worse since we started talking about y'all. So
that's it. No more pub. We gave it to you. We gave it to you.
I'm still gonna give y'all best wishes, but no more.
You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
Before we get into this, because we may lose a few, go ahead and hit that like button, share button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the go ahead and find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora. The list just goes on and on, man. Anywhere you can hear a podcast, you can hear my voice and the voice of the dreaded Archer. Cam, no, we haven't talked about that. We didn't even bring it up because I'm tired of Brandon. I didn't even put it in the show notes because I'm tired of Brandon.
Brandon need to hit that link one day, man. I want to talk to Brandon.
I told him to, but he won't. I caught him outside.
You know what? I'm gonna make a special trip to Texarkana. We gonna take Brandon out to eat. And then we gonna right while we eating, we gonna set the cameras up and the microphones, and right there at the dinner table, podcast.
Clam up. We gonna clam up. Clam up, boy. Clam up Brandon. That's what we're gonna start calling him after that. Clam up Brandon. But one of my favorite podcasts outside of the Read Talk and Listen and the Dreaded Archer podcast, of course, is $1 Million Worth of Game.
See, I've never gotten into it. Like, I'll always catch clips, but I never go watch a full episode.
This is the thing about their podcast, right? We about to get them a lot of publicity that they do not need at all because they booming over there. $1 Million Worth of Game, man. It's like you have to build a relationship with Gilly and Wallow through watching the early podcast to, I guess, really fully you enjoy it because you got to know their little jokes, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like between each other, because that's what they do. They have a guest on every episode, but then also, they get into it with each other, while interviewing this guest. That's the kind of the basis of their podcast. And it's funny, you know what I'm saying? But I say every 4 guests is like a really, really good guest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, I know the Rick Ross show was like real popular.
Yeah, the Rick Ross one was good. The Kodak Black was really good. Mike Tyson's really good. 21 Savage is really good. The Lil Durk's one was really good. Who else? But I watched a bunch. I watched a bunch of their podcasts. But they had a really, really famous guest come in. And I say really, really famous because, a lot of times with the rappers, you really only have one group of people that really just really, really love the rapper, and then some other people may know him, right?
Right.
Well, they brought Cam Newton on. Whether you like him or love him, you know him, right? Cam Newton, right. Call him Scam Newton or call him Superman. You know who he is, and you've seen him play, and you've seen what he can do, right? So they have him on. So it's like one of the biggest guests ever, I think. Oh, Jalen Ramsey was also another big one, but another football player. They have Cam Newton on, and Cam Newton is asked and starts to talk about a subject on modern women.
Well, no, how the conversation started was he was saying like he's not a goon. You know what I'm saying? People like to look at him and say You know, they look at his stature and all that stuff and think one thing about him and like look at his past, like, oh, you know, he a gangster, he a thug. And he's like, nah, man, I'm not a thug at all. He goes, I come from a beautiful, loving family. You know what I'm saying? He goes, I was fortunate enough to have my father in my life, have my mother in my life, and then he circled back and said he came from a three-parent household. So the actual quote was, I grew up in a three-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. And I think a lot of times women get the aesthetic of being a boss B word. Yeah, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet, and you don't know how to let a man lead. So people took basically everything he said before that, and they went to, you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to be quiet, you don't know how to make a man lead.
Yeah.
And that's just like another instance where the media takes a little bit out of a quote and run with it, and they leave all the other stuff, like they erase that, so there's no context to it. So then the storyline is, oh, Cam Newton's a sexist, he's a misogynist. No, if you really listen to the whole thing, because before talking about his parents, he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, women and how they have this persona about themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's saying, yeah, that's cool, you can have that persona, but men like me who come from a, like you said, a three-parent household, I don't want that in a woman.
Yeah.
That's not my preference. I want a woman who's gonna be able to take care of herself, but at the same time, she plays that mother role at the house, and people just, you know, going crazy about it.
Exactly. And I think this is another freaking I think this is another instance where like it's like over time the origination of what we started to trying to do turn left somewhere, right? And I
Right.
think that's what happens. And you know, a lot of people or a lot of women would probably disagree with what I'm saying, but I think at some point, you know, going all the way back, you know, women's rights, right? Let's go all the way back then. Whenever a woman wasn't allowed to speak in a man's presence, a woman wasn't allowed to, you know, get a job. She had to stay at home and do those things, like forceful, right? So
Right.
then it become like we got to fight for this change. So the fight for the change happens, and the change happens. But you're stuck in that fight. We got to fight for this change mode now,
Right.
Because it took so long. You see what I'm saying? So now, as a whole group, we're stuck in this. We got to fight for this mode. We also see this with the Black community as well. We got to fight for it. We got to fight for it. We got to fight for it. Okay, well now you got it. Well now, but we still in this fight mentality. We still in this. I'm not going to just be a mother. I'm
Right.
not going to be submissive to a man. I don't need that shit. That's what it turned into. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Instead of equaling out both, a level in the playing field, it turned into like, no, I'm not gonna do this. For the majority, not saying every woman, not saying no women want to be at home now. Not saying no women don't want to be submissive now. I'm just saying for the bulk of the majority, that's kind of what it turned into.
Well, yeah. And then, but you also have other women that they talk down on women that want that lifestyle, that wants to be that home mom. You know what I'm saying? They want to have dinner ready when the family gets home. They want to keep the house clean. You know what I'm saying? They want to take care of the kids. That's what they want to do. And women saying, oh, other women are saying, why do you want to do that? Is your man making you do that? And it's like, no, this is what I want to do. There are girls or women in 2022 that want to play that role because that's
Yeah.
what they saw. Now,
Exactly.
if that's not what you saw, then you know what I'm saying, I don't fault you for wanting what you want. Like you want what you grow up seeing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, most definitely. And then and that's what I'm saying. I think it just gets stuck. It gets stuck at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like you get stuck in that mode. So when you see another woman being a homemaker or whatever you want to call them, stay at home mom, whatever the correct term is, when you see that, you like you kind of you look at it in disgust.
Yeah.
Because how could you
Go
not
against
work?
everything we fought for.
Exactly. We fought for it. So how could you not? You know what I'm saying? It's like people get mad at people for not voting. Well, you fought like if a woman doesn't vote, other women get mad at her. If a black person doesn't vote, other black people get mad at them because it was fought for you to do that. How could you not do that? Well, yeah, I respect the fight and everything, but that's not how I choose to live my life.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like I fought to have the choice to vote.
Facts.
Back then, I was told that I never could, even if I wanted to. Now that I want to, now I have the choice. If I want to go down to the courthouse or post office and vote, I'm gonna go vote. If I don't, I don't. I got that choice. Give me my choice. Don't take it from me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's like the same thing with the women's rights. Now you have the right to work or be a homemaker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a choice to make. It's not a you have to work now. It's not a you have to. I don't want to say be independent because you're supposed to be independent regardless, but you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the correct word for that is, but
well, no, what saying is with this whole conversation is a lot of women think you can either be this or that, and there's nothing you can't do both.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Both cannot exist at the same time, and that's false. You can be a woman or a boss chick, as you know, Cam said. You can be a boss chick when you go out in public and you work that 9 to 5 and you're a CEO of your company. But when you come home, you cut that off. We all talk about flipping that switch. You cut that off, and now you're a homemaker. You know what I'm saying? You're making sure dinner ready. You know what I'm saying? You're making sure the kids are, straight. You know what I'm saying? The house is clean. You still play that role, but in today's modern woman believes that it's either this or that. And most of them say I'm not doing that. It's almost like a badge of honor now. It's a badge of honor not to know how to cook. It's a badge of honor to say I don't clean. My man do all that. Why? Like, that's cool. If that's your prerogative, have that prerogative. That's what you do.
But don't bash another's.
But don't be mad when a man who wants that in a woman don't choose you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna attract the man that he okay with you not cooking and cleaning. He ain't gonna, because he ain't cooking and cleaning either. So y'all gonna be eating out. He okay with you going out with your friends, because guess what? He grew up seeing his mama do it. Facts. So cool, go do what you do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's fine. And then you'll hear him turn around and say, "Oh, there ain't no good man out there. Men can't lead us." Well, no, because you didn't pick the leader. A man that's a leader, a natural leader, is not going to pick you. He's not. And I think a lot of women that are all upset about Cam and what he said is because he didn't specify a particular race. He just said women.
Yeah.
Boss chick. There was a certain group of women who took, they hit dog, holler, they hollered, even though he didn't say a particular type of woman.
Exactly.
A certain group of women started speaking up first because they felt threatened. Well, hey, right. I didn't say any particular group. I just said women in general. I just said women. If you take it how you take it, if it don't apply, let it fly. But that wasn't the case.
No, and it's never going to be the case. And I hate that. I hate that was what was taken from what he was talking about. Because at the end of the day, I really think it should have been focused on the homage he was paying. To his upbringing. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it truly should have been focused around. But like you said, that hit dog gonna holler every single time. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bark first every single time. And so if you felt a certain way about Cam's comments, it might be time to look in the mirror.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you felt a certain way about Cam's comments, it may be time to reevaluate. Because all he was saying was, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you want. I'm not speaking for you, though. I'm telling you what I want. So I don't understand it. I don't understand the riffraff. This isn't the first time we seen this, and it's not going to be the last. You know what I'm saying?
But and I've been on the record saying this before. in today's society, it is okay for women to have preference, but men are not allowed to have a preference. They just aren't.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? A woman can say she don't want a man that's shorter than 6 foot. If he don't make six figures, miss me with that. If you don't drive this type of car, I don't want you. All a man has, if a man says, I want a woman that's in shape, then he got a whole nother community of women saying, well, what about big women? I didn't say anything bad about you. I said what I want. There's somebody out there for you, but it ain't gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just the way it is. But I think I've had this. I've been having this conversation with a few people, and it's like I said it before on here too. Social media has given everybody such a voice, or so they think a voice. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, like us, like even us, we get on here every week and we speak our piece. Whoever want to pick it up and listen to it can. You know what I'm saying? We choose to do it in such a way like this, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people choose to just get on the book and type statuses. You know what I'm saying? So or comment on videos. Like I've never been that person to watch a video
and go straight to the comment section
and comment on it. I go to the comment section just to read because I know what people out there doing.
Yeah.
But I've never been that person. If I watch a video, let's just say it's a video of somebody driving in a car with an infant in a car seat and that's turned forward. And the child looks too small to be forward facing. I'm not commenting on your video about that. Yeah. I'm just not. My opinion to you does not matter. I know that for sure. First of all, most of the time it be people that people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Just a random video. And they just comment on their opinion on it to the world. Then they end up getting in an argument with somebody who lives in Minnesota. They live in Texas. They arguing with somebody who lives in Minnesota over someone that neither one of them
probably never meet. Or they're
arguing about what the situation was. Like social media has given everyone the feeling that their opinion
matters.
Really, really holds weight. Because at any time when you're thinking something, you can get on there and type it and put it out there, and it's out there for the world. That's your relief or whatever you want to call it, your release or whatever. And it's making people believe truly in their hearts that their opinion means something. So everyone has an opinion about every single person that they come across, and they are willing to share it.
Yep.
And so social media has really, 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 really done people like Cam Newton for the bad.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you have a big name, you almost have to watch what you say. Like that's why I respect like athletes that say I don't want to do any interviews. Like when Marshawn Lynch was just like not want to talk to the media, I respect that because all y'all gonna do is take something that I said, twist it up, and run with a story. Now, if I know that I'm not, I don't speak well, and I don't have a large vocabulary, and you know what I'm saying, I'm a little, people deem me a little hickish, a little country. I don't want to do no interview because all y'all gonna do is take it and make fun of me. So
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? Like social media has really just like it's giving us a lot of insight into a lot of celebrity and athletes' life, but at the same time, it's kind of ruined theirs because now like they get critiqued on every single thing they do or say. But
exactly.
Hey, you said something earlier about these like women, they're going to end up getting the men that they want them, they're going to end up getting.
Yeah, because a lot of the women that are saying these comments are raising them. A lot of the women that made the comments about what Cam Newton said are raising the guy that wants what they do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the women that got on that post, at least the post that I saw, and that was commenting and stuff, they are only mad because they are not at home cooking.
Right.
They are out running around while their kids at grandma's house. Or they out running around while big brother taking care of little brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So guess what? When big bro and little bro grow up, that is what they're going to expect from the woman.
Right.
They're going to expect her to not be at the cribbo. So when you get older and you change, and when you finally do change and you ready to sit down at the cribbo and all that stuff, it's gonna be somebody who don't want you there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When you finally trying to learn how to cook, it's gonna be somebody that don't want your food.
No, they going DoorDashing, baby. Uber Eats.
And you raised them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
And
you raised them.
And it's gonna be men like us who got daughters, and we gotta tell our daughters, you don't want this type of dude. You think we gotta be examples to our girls, so when they get of age to start dating, they can a guy who's raised by one of these women come try to spit some game. They're gonna be like, look here, man, I ain't about none of that life. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch my dad get up, go to work, you know what I'm saying, take care of the family, this, that, and the third.
Exactly.
I don't want
because they seen their mama cooking.
I don't want no Mad King.
You see what I'm saying? They seen their mama cooking.
Yep.
They seen their mama at the cribbo. So that's what most likely what they gonna grow up to be.
And it's just gonna be a tide change. So it was like right now they're fighting not to do it, and then they're gonna be looking for men to help them get out of what they're doing.
Exactly, and that's what it turns into. And that's not the only cycle like that.
No,
that's not the only cycle out here like that. There's a lot of cycles out here like that. There's a ton of cycles out here just like that amongst all communities. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be, it's all type of cycles where they watching you do it. So what you think? What you think they're gonna grow up to do?
The same thing.
I grew up watching and playing baseball. I grew up to be a pretty damn good baseball player. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't understand. I grew up watching football. I grew up to be a pretty damn good football player. If I grow up watching somebody deal dope, guess what? I bet you I grew up to be a pretty damn good dope dealer. If I grow up watching somebody sneak and geek and rob, I bet you I grow up being pretty damn good at sneaking, geeking, and robbing.
Yep.
So what else would you think they was gonna grow up and be like? See what I'm saying?
And to me, that poses the question. And you tell me what you think. Is the boss chick mentally moving women away from the standardized or general roles of a contemporary wife, or are the things mentioned, things that Cam mentioned, not gender specific anymore? And is the lack of these attributes in women the reason for a low marriage percentage?
No, it's not gender specific anymore. But let's cut the BS and stop pretending that men and women are not better at different things, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to really keep it a buck, there is no question out there. No question. There's nothing you can show me. There's nothing I know that you're going to show me that tells you that a man is better at nurturing a child than a woman. There's nothing that's going to show you that. There's nothing that will show you that from the beginning of time. Nothing will show you that. I know a lot of men that can get down in the kitchen, but I know twice or three times as many women that can get down in the kitchen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
The best chefs in the world are men.
That's fine. The best chefs in the world may be men, but I guarantee you there at some point in time there was a ceiling that stopped the woman from becoming the chef. And that's how that number got skewed. I can promise you that, because hey, I done ran across a bunch of bad chefs. And I can run right over there to Arkansas side and get the best meal that's ever gonna be put on the plate.
I'm telling you.
You see what I'm talking about? Like, there's no question that women are better at certain things. They just are. And it's not even that. It's not even that women may be better at cooking. But 9 times out of 10, the woman is going to be more presentable about it. She gonna have the kitchen clean too while she cooking. I done seen me and you go dumb on the kitchen. The meal was fire, but we turned around and it was a tornado back there.
Dishes stacked up this high.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it is, they're just better at it. And so I don't think Cam's comment. I mean, I don't think the boss B is moving any lines. I don't think it's moving any guidelines or any weight or moving them further away from it or anything like that. Some social norms are stuck in social norms.
Right.
Not saying that women cannot get out and do their own thing and work and do their own and get out and vote and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying. Not saying that they cannot do that. But and I'm not saying it's gender specific. I'm just saying that the mentality and the mindset is placed upon us. We didn't start it.
No, what I think it's saying is when people have this I'm this boss chick mentality, does that move them from being a wife? Like
because just like you said, you can flip that switch when you get home. So that mentality does it. A lot of women need that boss mentality.
No, are a lot of they do, but the boss mentality that's being pushed out there is if you a boss chick, you don't need no man, you get it on your own. So if that's the identity that you put upon yourself, you saying, well, if I'm this boss chick, I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? I can handle this all by myself. And that's what he was talking about, saying like these women are taking on this persona and they don't want to be wives anymore.
Exactly. But look, I'm gonna put it to you like this right here. I'm gonna put it to you just like this right here. Since we love sports, I'm gonna put it to you just like this. The same way that I'm sure, I don't know if Patrick Beverly is married or not, but let's just say Patrick Beverly was married. Family at the crib and all that stuff. His wife might love the raw emotion and everything he wear on his sleeve on that court, getting up in people's faces, clapping in their faces, all that stuff. She might love that. Don't bring that shit home, boy. It's the same way with the women. Have that dog mentality. Be a go-getter. Go out there. Stand on your own. But you can also cut that switch off.
Yeah, but Cam's saying they're not.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think it moves women further away. I think there's a lot of them that do cut it off. Let me put that out there first. I think there's a lot of women out there that do cut it off when they get to the cribbo. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it moves them away. I don't think it moves women away from being able to be that home wife. I don't think it does. I don't think it does that, because I think there are plenty of women who do still cut it off, because I think like I was saying before, women need that type of mentality. It's always been preached and been okay for a man to be a dog and go out there, get it, however, by any means, be able to be on his own, alpha male, blase, blase. So I think women need to pick up some of those values, yes. But like I was saying, everybody got, even the man has to be able to cut it off when he gets to the cribbo.
Right, but will being a boss chick would allow you to let your man lead the household?
Yes, because I think I don't know. I'm not a woman, but I think it should be able to.
Yeah,
I think it should be able to. I think if anything, it should help you. If anything, it should help. Having that mentality should help you in that area. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think it moves them further away from it. I just think there are a group. I don't know the percentages. I'm gonna say 25%.
I mean, if you look at the marriage to divorce rate ratio, the main chicks that have this boss mentality, they have a higher divorce rate. They get divorced faster than they get married.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But that's I say about 25%, because that's not gonna ever work.
What?
But that's for both sides. If you can't cut the switch off when you get to the crib, that's for both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't be. It's just like who's that dude? Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict is known as the nastiest player to ever grace the NFL field.
Yeah,
but he's been like finalist for Walter Payton Man of the Year, because when he's off the football field, he's a completely different person. You know what I'm saying? He knows when to cut that switch off.
You're a coach at work. You can't be a coach at home.
Yeah, he's not out beating his wife and stuff because that's what he do, because he's a football player. He's like, nah, this is who I am when I put that jersey and that helmet on. But when I'm at home, I'm just Vontaze.
Exactly. And that's just like rappers. A lot of these rappers, when they get off stage, when they go home, they just whatever their real name is.
Yeah, Drake ain't Drake at home. He's Aubrey Green.
Exactly. So I think it's all correlated. I think it's all in the same situation. I think it's all in the same boat. You got to be able to. You cannot be the same person you are at work at the cribbo.
No.
And that's just all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I
No.
think that's it right there. You got to be able to flip that switch. If you can flip that switch,
No,
you rolling.
This quote by Cam is definitely going to spark a lot of conversations. You know what I'm saying? I've even had people hit me up saying, "Hey, y'all need to do a show about this," and I want to hop on. But a lot of them couldn't hop on tonight, but they want to just do a separate show.
They never, no one ever hops on when they say that.
They never wanted to. But I said, look here, I'll set up a panel. I can bring up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people up here. We can sit and talk about this. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see who take the bait. Because a lot of people think when they say, "Hey man, we're gonna do a show about this," they would think I'm be like, "Nah." They think I'm gonna say no. I'm like, all right, cool, let's set it up. I'll send you the link. Oh man, I gotta do something else. I got plans tonight. Like, man, see.
Exactly. And this, a lot of people, like I said, social media makes a lot of people have opinions. So whenever they hop in the messages saying like, "Oh yeah," they think it's just social media, not realizing, no, my boy.
We'll send you that link. You hit the link, we'll bring you up here and talk.
Exactly.
You better come with facts because we're gonna come with it.
And that's all it is, man. I think a lot of social norms are really stuck. A lot of social norms are just stuck in what they will be. Like a lot of social norms we cannot fix.
Right.
We cannot fix the entire world believing who should and shouldn't cook at home. We cannot fix the entire world believing who should and should not work. We cannot fix the entire home on who should and shouldn't take out the garbage. We just cannot.
Nah.
It's been hundreds of years.
Millions, man. It's been millions of years. And I think people get upset because it's like, oh, we're at a new time. And those gender roles were just put up on us and we didn't get to choose. It's like, nah, if you really sit back and pay attention to like why there's certain gender roles. If you're married, you know what I'm saying? So you and your wife, y'all have kids. The reason everything seems to work the way it is because your kids grow up and they watch mommy and they watch daddy. They watch what daddy do, they watch what mommy do. And say you have a little boy, he's gonna gravitate to his dad because why? He's a male. That's what he's gonna do. But at the same time, he's also seeing what mommy does. So men don't really show their feelings a lot, you know what I'm saying? But he's watching mom show her feelings. So he's like, okay, if I'm sad, it's okay. And once the parents say, hey, it's cool to show you emotions and stuff like that. So the kid knows, all right, there's a time to be hard like dad, but there's a time where I got to let my guard down and be a little bit and show a little emotion like mom. Yeah. All right. Dad goes to work. He works hard. Mom works hard. But when mom gets home, she does the cooking, the cleaning. Dad, mom does laundry. Dad folds laundry. So the kid starts picking up stuff. So then when he gets into the world, he knows his place and his role. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have, say, a single mother raising a kid, it's hard because now that kid, he's only getting one thing. And I know a lot of parents say, well, I'm the mom and the daddy. No, as the mother, you cannot give that boy what a man can, what a man gonna teach him. You just can't because you don't got it in you.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have his emotions gonna be mixed up because he's gonna think, well, I can react. We all know, like, women can talk shit to the police. Men cannot. You get your head beat in. Black or white, it don't matter what race you are. You talk shit to the police, you gonna probably get beat up. Women can't. But if he watches mom do it, he gonna think I can do it too, and he gonna get hemmed up. You learn different things from different, from different parents, both your parents. You just do. And all that comes together to make you who you are. That's why gender roles, that's why there are gender roles. As much as people don't want to believe like, oh, you can do both. No, because it's just like if you have a man raise a girl, she gonna be a little bit harder.
Facts.
Because she been around her dad and her uncles. That's all she knows. She wouldn't really raise around no women. So she gonna have a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? They call them tomboys. A lot of tomboys come from been raised by single fathers. That is how it is.
Yeah, that is how it is. And then also too, gender roles started way, way before that. With no Similac. We're no going to Walmart and buying no Similac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the mama stayed at home.
Yep.
To feed the baby. That's gender roles. Cause you know why? Ain't no similar. No matter how, if I cannot go to the gym for 20 years and let these jokers hang down on my kneecaps, and guess what? Ain't gonna be no milk.
No milk.
Hey, you can check them. Hey, check them all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Ain't gonna be no milk. If there is, we got some problems. See what I'm saying? So that's just what that's it. That's the basis of it. Wasn't no Walmart to go get no Similac. What's the other one? What's the other brand? M some Imperial or whatever it is. Wasn't none of that.
All I know is Similac.
Wasn't none of that, my boy. So the woman stayed at the crib.
And
That plow before they had all this machinery, that motherfucker was heavy.
Yeah.
So Pops was out there in the field pulling that hoe with the donkey.
He's actually pulling a hoe. That's what it's called. A hoe. He's actually pulling it.
Yeah, the donkey pulling the plow and he right behind him. That shit was heavy.
But all that it gets, like I said, throughout the years, it all gets lost because people are like, why was this established this way? Well, what we say in RTL, it's common sense.
Common sense.
It all goes back to common sense.
Gender roles is strictly, common sense. Like that's what they like. Now, as far as not being able to talk and all that stuff, now that was extra. That I don't know where that came from. I can't really just find no common sense. Really, besides when I was growing up, which I think was another big thing with like this new generations of kids and stuff that's coming up too. When we was growing up, hey, you didn't. First of all, you didn't bust up in no room with a whole bunch of grown folks in there talking.
Yep.
Get your grown folks talking. Move around. You know what I'm saying? So this is my only comparison I can have to it. Grown folks didn't want us talking. Didn't want us hearing them talking because we was gonna go back to the other little kids and spread the word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my only conclusion to the not being able to be around in the presence of men and talking and stuff is they would go back because they would all get together and do their laundry and stuff. They would all get together and sew or whatnot, do their stuff together. The men didn't want them going back and telling, hey, if me and you got something cooked up, we finna do this with our land and all this stuff, and we don't want Bob to know. We can't have our women going back and telling Bob's woman nothing. So that's my only, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else got some more facts to that. Hit us up in the DMs or whatever. Hit us up in the DMs and let us know where that all came into play. You know what I'm saying? Let us know about that. But as far that's my only comparison that I can even kind of fathom why that would.
And some of the stuff is just part of the times. You know what I'm saying? You don't let the weaker person in the room. Like who knows? Who knows where all stuff what that particular thing stemmed from?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was weird because like why wouldn't they be able to talk while y'all are in business? But that was just then.
I've thought a little while on that. That's probably why. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can come up with. But as far as like the basic stuff, the staying at the home with the kids, the cooking, the cleaning, as far as that stuff, that's all like pretty much common sense. Like it all starts from the infant. The infant can't eat food. It has to drink milk from the mother, especially back then when there was no store to go to get the milk or milk for a baby. Mama stayed at home. Pops was out in the fields working or whatever he was doing, cutting wood for whoever, doing his thing. In terms of her being at home with the baby, I'm sure she kept it tidy because she was there all day. So like Trey said, when the little boys grew up, they always knew, hey, well, my mama kept the house tidy. I think I'm going to find me a young woman to keep the house tidy. And that's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how that popped off. Then you got, keeping the house tidy also comes with the dishes. Obviously, the dishes were dirty if the house was tidy. So that's where you get the dishes thing from. It's all pretty simple when you bust it down. But I do think gender roles are non-specific at this point. No one's beating their wife's ass for not having dinner ready when they get home.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? No one's pissed off with the sink, with dishes in the sink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, no one's doing that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for, I'm sure we can walk into plenty of houses around America and see a dude doing dishes.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? We see men out in the backyard grilling every weekend. You know, like it's there's no more. It's no longer gender specific, but there are still gender roles. If you know what I'm saying, like the roles are still there, but they're no longer gender specific.
See, man, I was actually trying to look it up, but I can't find anything about it.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be on Google. I can promise you that. Somebody gonna have to be the ready way back in the day and hop up in the DMs and tell us why women could not talk in the presence of men back in the day. That's the question. That's the question of the year right there.
In fear of spreading business.
Is it really?
Yep, in fear of spreading business.
Cold bleed. I'm cold bleed. I'm cold bleed. But that's the only common sense will take y'all so far in this life. I promise.
It will. It was in fear of spreading business throughout the community.
Common sense will take y'all so far in this life. I'm telling y'all. That was just common sense right there and logic. Why wouldn't women be able to speak? That's the only logical reason why women wouldn't be able to speak in the presence of the men doing business. They're gonna go back and tell it while they sewing and knitting.
Well, it said that, and then like the woman, they might not be on the same page. So like I might be telling you a lie and she don't know, and she might be like, well no, honey.
Uh-huh.
Like, why, man? Hold on, I wasn't trying to give them all the juice.
So basically what they saying is, which I'm not really just trying to be funny because they really was beating their wives back then. They saved a whole bunch of women really from getting they smacked. Because you lying back then, lying was huge.
Yeah.
Lying
it was a patriarchal thing, like men did business with men. You know what I'm saying? Because men own land, women didn't. So if I'm doing business with you, I don't need you to come up because you don't know the dealings of what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you said you was gonna sell that for 5 horses. You know, he's like,
now, Bob, 5 horses.
Oh wow! You told me 15.
You
know what I'm saying? Now he's looking at you crazy. You looking at her crazy.
You trying to get down on me?
Hey. That's just how I knew that's what it was, though, man. I knew that had to be it. Just use a little bit of common sense, a little bit of logic. Get you a long way, folks, man. Right, man. At this time, we've been rolling and we've been blowing and going. We've been blowing and going.
Man, dude, it seemed like when we first started, it took forever to get to an hour. Now it's like no time.
I know. I don't think we've been under an hour ever, though.
No, never.
But you know what I got to do right now, man. It's been a long week. Mental health checks. I need to know, man, 1 through 10, how you doing? Personally, what's going on in your life? Physically, you taking care of yourself? And business-wise, man, what's next? 1 through 10, give them to me.
Oh, man, personally, man, stuff been good. Had my boss in town this week. We hit some stores, did a couple surveys and just kind of chilled around and talked. But for the most part, everything is pretty good. It's in about I say about an 8. I need to get in the kitchen. I finally got my meat grinder back.
That's your fault, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I had another one, but that one just grinds meat so much better, man. I can grind 5 pounds of meat in like 3 minutes with the one I left at your house. And then the one I have here is just like slow. But so I'm gonna defrost some. I've got a long weekend, so I'm gonna defrost some deer meat, get some of these summer sausages on the grill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have some for tack. So like I said, I'm sitting at about an 8. Physically, man, I feel good. Going to the gym, running, getting my cardio up. I got a little sharp pain in my back. I think like sciatica nerve or something. I don't know. So I need to go to a chiropractor or something and get worked on. But other than that, man, physically feeling good. Sitting about a 7 right now. And business wise, like I said, I always said, Dreaded Archer, Green Arrow is going up. We got a couple shows coming up. Planning for season 2. Already got shows lined up for season 2. I haven't even completed season 1 yet.
There we go.
You know, content gonna be rolling out. Do some turkey hunting tomorrow, along with some scouting, and hopefully I come back with something. So business wise, man, it's in about a 9.
There we go, man. Hey, can't complain about that. Can't complain about that. Yeah, make sure you get them summer sausages ready for your wife. I need some of that. But no, man, for myself, bro. Personally, man, I'm gonna say about 7 or 8. Man. It's been a long week. A lot of interviewing, a lot of camera work, a lot of typing. Kind of really getting back into the groove of it, man. Kind of felt like I was in school again, so doing all that. So I'm trying to say, I'm like I said, man, 7 or 8 right there, man. 8, 9, really, really just chugging along here in these last few weeks before the deadline, or last few days, I guess, before the deadline. And then physically, man, I'm Gucci. I actually play basketball. I went and played basketball actually a week ago today. It was on last Wednesday. And I ended up getting stuck out there for 3 games in a row. I didn't say I played 3 games in a row. I got stuck out there for 3 games in a row. Because after
them deep waters, man.
Bro, halfway through the second one, I was done. Because you know me, like, I'm not a hooper. I'm not a hooper by any means. But I'm going to get out there and you're going to think I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to run the floor. I'm going to play defense. I'll switch off on a guard and try to hold whatever guard it is. It don't matter. I'll switch and try to hold them. You know what I'm saying? That's just my style of play. I'm going to get the trash boards and buckets. That's what I'm there for. I'm going to hit a 3 or 2 too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just going to be all around, so you can't really just guard me.
Yeah.
Wasn't none of that. I'm out there, bro. That first game, I'm running the floor. A little layup, hit me a little 3. I'm like, okay. Then came down, got screened, fought through the screen, went all the way to the bucket with the dude. And it was like when he went up for the layup, it just took literally all my legs, all my energy that I thought I had. It was gone. You know what I'm saying? This was like halfway through the second game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm struggling. Then we win. Hey, look, I'm so tired. I go sit down. I thought we lost. On everything I love, I thought we lost. I wasn't keeping up with score or nothing. I was tired. I thought we lost. I went and sat down drinking my water. They getting ready to start the next game. Reggie like, hey, Nick, what you doing, man? I was like, I'm drinking the water. I'm like, wait, what you doing out there? Did we win? He was, come on, man, we won, bro. I was hoping on everything. He was like, no, we didn't win. I'm just running again. So I was like, bro, pick somebody. Yeah.
Well, that's how you know you're tired. When you don't care about the score, I'm just trying to get through this, man. I got
that third game, bro. I was doing everything I could just to be the guy. Like, I don't want to be the reason we lose. Like, I know I'm not going to be productive in this game. I just don't want to be the reason we lose. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing. I was out there treading water, boy. Treading water.
Man, let's go and get these 21 points up. I don't know. So, hey, sometimes that'll make you turn up.
You tread that water.
Yeah, sometimes when you like, hey, I need to get these. We need to get these 21 points and get up out of here.
It wasn't no getting up out of there. You stayed on. So if it would have came down to me making that if it'd have been like a last shot bucket, me making, I ain't gonna say I would have made it. I probably missed on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't in me to lose shit. I would have not have missed on purpose. But I ain't had no legs, so it definitely wasn't gonna be no 3.
we definitely we 3 games in. We got to run a break. Man.
I need an intermission around this thing, man. But I felt good though. Like the next day, I wasn't like sore or nothing like that. So I'm trying to say I'm sticking with my 8. Sticking on my 8 on the physical, man, until proven otherwise. 8. And then business wise, man, hey, like I said, a lot of new stuff for me at work, a lot of new stuff going on. Shot some crazy stuff tonight, gonna make some fire stuff tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the Reed Talking Listen podcast, man. Season finale. Hey, I couldn't be, I don't even know because I'm not satisfied, but I couldn't be. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad that we are where we are right now.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be more excited about where we are a year into this thing, man. Shout out to everybody who's been booking with us from the jump, man, all the way back from just being strictly
there's audio
to our first season with the video, all the way to season 3 with the new additives and everything that we've added on, man. And also our spread, man. Shout out to y'all for going down to all the streaming services, wherever you're at. And download and enjoy it out your podcast, man, listening to it, because we love to see it, man. We love to see it. And also it helps us get in the algorithm and bring y'all more content and let your friends see it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna start getting real with y'all, real aggressive about these shares too. I didn't even look at it today. When I get off, I'm gonna look at it. Next season, I'm gonna be so aggressive about them shares. Y'all better get them up.
Hey, we even have a little graphic, so if they don't hear it, they'll definitely see it. Scrolling, hey, hit that link, hit that subscribe. Hey, by the way, season 4 is gonna be a lot of stuff on YouTube. So
a lot on YouTube. Get your mind right.
we gotta get these watch hours up on YouTube. So there'll be a lot of shows that might start on Facebook, and we're gonna cut it off, and you gotta go over to YouTube and watch it. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get everybody to migrate over to YouTube. And
definitely.
one of the main reasons that we want to go to YouTube is if you have a smart TV, and everybody pretty much got a smart TV, you can pull it up on your TV, and now your phone is not occupied. You can watch it on TV and still text. You can still comment and everything from your phone. Watch it on TV. If you don't care about commenting, put it on TV. Do your dishes. Now your hands free. You don't got to be stuck to your phone watching it on Facebook. So the show will be migrating over to YouTube, and I hope everybody will migrate along with us.
Most definitely adding new little segments and everything like that, man. Season 4 is going to be up, and we're going to try to keep it up. What they say, if it's up, then it's stuck. You know, we're going to try to get stuck up there. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been grinding at this for a little minute now. A year, to be exact. We've been grinding. So go ahead and get a Reed Talking listener on hand clap one time, man. With that being said, clap of the day will be coming back on season 4. I ain't gonna forget because I gotta be giving out my clap of the day. I gotta give a shout out. Everybody deserves a little shout out here and there. You know
little love.
So get you a little shout out, clap of the day. If you do something good or you say something good, get it in the DMs. Give us a little topic to talk about or something. I'll give you a clap of the day. If not, just hit that like button and that share button. With all that being said, man, you got any last words for the people?
Hey, man. When you get in that moment, you get in that zone, wear your feelings on your sleeve, let people know that you're happy. You're happy to be there.
Most definitely. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a preference. All right? Don't let this world, this cruel world that we have created through social media and everything like that, do not let this cruel world make you believe that there's something wrong with a preference. Do not let this cruel world make you think that you are wrong in a preference or anything like that, man. Just live your life how you want to live your life. All right.
Yeah, you only get one.
You only get one.
Live it the way you want to live it.
So live your life how you want to live your life. If you're an emotional person, be emotional. You know what I mean? The only thing I will say, if you're an angry person, cut that shit out. It's too short for that.
Yeah.
It's too short for that, bro. It's too short for that. There are only a few things that can make me mad. And it's because it's too short for that, man. We don't ever know when it's going to be that last time. So, with all that being said, man, the season finale of season 3 on the Reed Talking Listen podcast, I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. We are out.
Peace.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say, what?